there are a lot of talking points on the Newshour tonight. First, of course, is Ashok Chavan getting a ticket. Completely shocking. How could Rahul Gandhi actually do that after taking the kind of position that he had? That's point number one. Point number two, Rajnath Singh cracks the whip. Is it too little, too late? But going back to the Congress party, what an acute embarrassment. Sanjay Jha joins the debate. My first question goes to him. Nirmala Sitharaman with me in the studio, and Hartosh Singh Bal, welcome. Sanjay, must be so embarrassing, isn't it, that your party's own candidate chickens out in the election against Narendra Modi? The person who you select through the process that Rahul Gandhi decided of primaries chickens out, gets scared about fighting Narendra Modi. How did this happen?
In fact, the answer is completely to the contrary, Arnab. We want to defeat Mr. Modi in his hometown, in his home state rather. And that's the reason why Mr. Mistry, he's, by the way, not an unknown, just because he's not, myself, politician who gives 100 speeches and, kind of keeps, having a fake follower on social media. Mr. Mistry is, by the way, leading our campaign in Uttar Pradesh along with other stalwarts of the party. So Mr. Mistry coming down to fight him in Vadodara, I think is a message to Mr. Modi that we are coming to fight him and defeat him in Gujarat.
No,
point number one.
The message
point number
is,
two,
Sanjay Jha, the message is that the person who has fought the elections through a primary, the message is, Sanjay, that the person who has fought the election through the process that Rahul Gandhi wanted is your city unit president, wins a party primary, introduced by Rahul Gandhi, says, I am too weak to take on Narendra Modi. I mean, what's the message there? Nirmala Sitharaman, your quick comment on this breaking news story which came in about 8:30.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. Supposing if I...
Primaries, as you raised, is very, very important, that that which was touted as bringing in inner party democracy threw up the best candidate possible from the city, and therefore he was chosen and given the ticket. Here we go. We have the Congress High Command saying you withdraw, which means they themselves very clearly denying their own process which they set into motion. But more importantly here, Mistry, who's come in his place, is somebody who lost his election in Sabarkantha, and knowing very well this person is not going to be able to win, he has been sent over to Rajya Sabha. Now he comes back again to do a fighting.
So you're not buying that line that this is a strategic move?
Not at all. Second, it is a pre-planned and premeditated affair, because look at the way it has happened. Here in Vadodara, when this candidate is holding his press conference, not just about finishing, you have the announcement in Delhi about Madhusudan Mistry, and more importantly, the Congress party has insulted all the Dalits. Narendra Rawat is a Dalit candidate. Is the Congress party telling us that a Dalit is not good enough to take on a very strong Prime Minister?
Why are you giving a caste angle to this? What's the caste angle to this?
He is a Dalit, and you made it very clear that by withdrawing this person who didn't come as a Dalit, he won in the primaries and he came as per the Congress party's argument.
Nirmala Sitharaman is playing some
through a general
politics on your
selection,
television
and
channel
here we go. The party thinks that he is unfit to even contest against him. He can't take on a prime ministerial candidate. The Congress party's message to the entire country is that they would want only a selected candidate and not somebody who came to
I just want to place on record tonight so that people who are joining in the debate at this point understand what we are talking about. I just want to place the story in context once again for our viewers. Sanjay Jha, just a minute. In a dramatic, unexpected move, about 1 hour back, we get the news that the Congress party candidate against Narendra Modi decides not to fight the election, says, I am too weak to take on Narendra Modi, put up somebody else. This is despite the fact that he fought the primaries and won it. He says, I can't fight Narendra Modi. Then a person who has lost the elections in 2009, a political lightweight called Madhusudan Mistry, who is close to Rahul Gandhi, says, I am going to take on Narendra Modi. Was this, come on, tell me today, Sanjay Jha,
one last question
what was going on? Please reveal the fact tonight. Very few people believe there was any strategy in this. Your candidate against Narendra Modi ran away. He ran away from the contest.
Or was he made to run away?
Well, let me tell you, if our candidate ran away, why is the BJP spokesperson sounding so disturbed, anxious and upset? Because I can tell you, Mr. Mistry is going to be not just a formidable opponent for Mr. Modi, he is in all probability going to defeat him in the election. Mr. Mistry, by the way, has got an extremely strong track record. I would recommend people to go and read it even on Wikipedia as the most easiest accessible source of information. And he is, like they have their own Mr. Amit Shah leading the campaign. Mr. Mistry has done all the groundwork for Uttar Pradesh, and we all know how critical Uttar Pradesh is. So let not the BJP worry about our strategy. I think it's clearly working. And I think that's a real message that we want to send out to you, and wait for the announcement of the candidate for Banaras as well.
Okay, I think the BJP accepts that. We should move on. I think the BJP accepts that, and we move on, therefore. You accept that argument.
No, one question here. What is the role of Sri Ahmad Patel in all this, who's much senior to Madhusudan Mistry, who's a Gujarat representative? It is a concern for us. It is a concern for us, because if after primaries you're withdrawing a candidate and you're bringing a candidate who had lost the last election, I also would want to understand Madhusudan Mistry, who is concentrating in Gujarat, and Sri Ahmad Patel, who has been in Gujarat, and a man who is very close to the decision making, central parties imposing a state.
Why does Rahul Gandhi keep changing his mind? The question is very simple.
Mr. Modi has got trapped in
Rahul Gandhi keep
and the
changing
BJP
his
knows
mind,
it.
Sanjay Jha?
So that system of primaries has fallen flat on its face.
Why does Rahul Gandhi keep changing his mind? He can't even make up his mind about Ashok Chavan. Should we move to the next debate? Hartosh?
Well, let me tell you.
Before I begin
1 minute,
debate,
let me answer. The primaries of Mr. Gandhi is the most novel experiment in participatory democracy in India. It has worked, and we as a party,
which is why it's so novel, Sanjay Jha, that Rahul Gandhi wants to choose people selected through the process into the electoral dustbin.
Modi and his party,
it is so novel.
Why is Mr. Modi's spokesperson so paranoid about what could be the consequence of facing Mr. Mistry?
Paranoid? I've asked you 4 questions for you to answer, Mr. Sanjay Jha. Paranoid? I'm very impressed by that word. Paranoid? You're telling me that your favorite vice president's experiment has fallen flat on its face. No, listen to me for a minute. Listen to me. If you think your system is working, why would you want to impose a candidate on Vadodara now?
He's cornered in
Please go ahead with your primaries.
You might have your prime ministerial candidate losing both his parliamentary Lok Sabha seats.
Don't talk simultaneously. Answer my questions.
Rahul Gandhi said to the people of India many things which impressed quite a few. And one question is, Sanjay, 1 minute. Sanjay, let's get it. Sanjay, you see, now you're going to keep saying that the Congress candidate didn't run away. The BJP is going to say the Congress candidate ran away. You're going to say...
No, he was asked to quit. Okay. He was asked to quit, and other candidate is getting imposed.
Well,
so your primaries are being denied by your own system. So therefore, Rahul Gandhi, please come out and tell us what has happened. In your own party, nobody wants to buy your primaries. And Sri Ahmad Patel and also Madhusudan Mistry will have to now explain why are they imposing a candidate on Vadodara's Congress cadres.
Okay, so, now,
Sanjay Jha, very clearly,
Nirmala ji, please don't worry about our own internal inner party issues. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about our internal party issues. The Congress party has got its very nice, mature, intelligent way of looking at its inner party issues. We don't need your advice. We don't need your input. So please, why did you reserve that opinion for yourself? Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Sanjay Jha, let's begin the big debate today. Bhartosh Singh Bal, Nirmala Sitharaman pulling out more papers as the debate gets more intense. Ashok Chavan, it was said, will never get a ticket. What did Rahul Gandhi say? I don't agree with the decision to cover up for Ashok Chavan. What did Rahul Gandhi tell me, Sanjay Jha? You remember, Hartosh remembers what Rahul Gandhi told me when we had that little chat on the 27th of January. He said, we will not allow the corrupt to get tickets. We want to change politics in this country in a way that has not been seen before. And Hartosh, today, after all that chest thumping, the tainted and corrupt Ashok Chavan gets rewarded for loyalty and being a member of a dynasty
let me
by the Congress party by getting a Lok Sabha ticket. What's the message in your view? 1 second, Sanjay. What's the message? We'll debate this. I know you'll try and argue technically today. What's the message Rahul Gandhi has sent out? Hartosh.
The message is pretty clear, and I think it can be summed up in 2 simple words. One is that Rahul Gandhi's leadership and the Congress are betraying clear signs of hypocrisy and of desperation. Hypocrisy when you took the moral high ground on the few achievements you can boast of, my primaries, my act against corruption. Both have failed, and he individually is responsible for reversing both those positions. And the second is the desperation. They are so afraid of not being able to pick up any seats anywhere in the country that it doesn't matter who their candidate is. If it
Come
gives
on.
them half a chance on half a seat, they are willing to take it.
Come on.
Why did Rahul
can I
Gandhi try to
respond to
fool
Mr.
the people
Bal,
of
please,
India,
Arnab?
Sanjay Jha? Why did he try to do that when eventually he was planning to give Ashok Chavan a ticket? Why betray people's trust?
Well, I'm going to... Okay, let me give you a very straightforward answer. All the issues concerning Mr. Ashok Chavan that you have been debating on your channel and everything else is in the public domain. The investigations by the CBI, issues of the court relating to the Adarsh, allotment issue is all in the public domain. We in the Congress party are fully aware of it. Now, let me make 2 points here to you very, very clearly. Number one is the technical point, that as per law, there is nothing that prohibits Mr. Ashok
I knew
Chavan
you will
from
argue
fighting the
technically
election
because,
as of
on an
today.
issue of propriety,
Also,
you
the
have no
second
answer.
point.
This was
I
an
haven't
issue
finished.
of propriety,
I haven't
Sanjay
finished.
Jha.
I haven't
a man
finished. No,
who has
I
done
haven't
a
finished.
quid pro quo
Arnab,
in
I
the
haven't
scam
finished.
to gain himself,
One last point.
get himself private
One
profit
last
by
point.
misusing the name of Kargil.
Arnab,
war
one last
widows.
point.
Please don't argue
Arnab,
technically. Please today at least
Arnab, one last
remember
point.
what Rahul Gandhi,
The
your own
second
leader,
point
said
that
3
you
months
need
back.
to recognize that if
Do you remember what Rahul Gandhi
Mr.
said 3
Gandhi
months
is
back?
consistent, and let me explain to you the second point. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. What is the second point? If the senior people in the party have taken a decision to feed Mr. Chavan from Nanded, what does it mean? Tomorrow, as per the laws in the country,
What do you mean senior
the
people
Supreme
in the
Court
party?
law
And what is
says that if
Rahul Gandhi,
somebody
a
gets
junior
convicted,
member of
they
the
get
Congress party?
automatically. Can I answer?
One second.
If
Rahul Gandhi
tomorrow
is not a
Mr.
child in the Congress party
Chavan, if
that you
Mr.
always
Chavan
shoot
were
off
to
the
be
shoulders of others and
convicted,
say,
he will stand
why are you covering up for
automatically
Rahul Gandhi?
disqualified.
Is he not the vice
Now,
president of the
if
Congress
we are
party?
taking that
What do you
risk,
mean by
can I
saying seniors
speak
of
to
the
you?
Congress party took that
Arnab
decision?
But when
Goswami,
the
you have just
seniors
had a
took a
wonderful
decision-
holiday. Take a deep breath. Let me finish. Can I finish for a second?
No,
Arnab?
don't
I'm
worry
just
about
letting
my
second
holiday.
over to
I am
you
asking you
and to
about
your
the
esteemed
holiday that
panel.
you promised to send Ashok
so let me
Chavan on.
explain.
My question to you once again is
So
this.
I am
Did
answering
Rahul
the
Gandhi
question.
say or not that he does not
Okay, go
agree?
ahead.
No,
You
answer
finish,
my
I'll
question, Sanjay Jha. Did Rahul Gandhi say or not that he does not agree with the decision to try and give a cover up for Ashok
Yes,
Chavan when he was
I
asked the
agree with
decision
you.
about the use of the governor's powers
I agree with
and
you.
an
We have
advice
not
being
covered
given
up.
by the cabinet? Is it
We
true
have
or
not
not
covered
that
him up.
Rahul Gandhi
We
in a
have
live
not tried
nationally
to
televised
cover him
press
up at
conference
all.
said that he disagrees with any attempt to cover up for Ashok Chavan, that he said personally he does not agree with it? Did he say that or not? If he did say that, then how
So can you give me one evidence? Can you give me one evidence where Mr. Rahul Gandhi has tried to cover up for Mr. Chavan? No. Can you give me one evidence where he's tried to protect him? Has he tried to do that at all?
What is the greatest
There
evidence?
is a
You've been
process
given
of
a
law
Lok Sabha
underway.
ticket today.
And Arnab,
what is this?
Arnab,
a Lok Sabha ticket
Arnab, now
amounts to
listen, I heard you. I heard you, now you hear me out.
A man who
now
has been
you hear
accused
me
of a
out.
quid pro quo
If
in the Adarsh report. I am asking you, Sanjay Jha, you answer me. Is it true or not that the Adarsh report, in the Adarsh report, Ashok Chavan was accused of a quid pro quo? Was he or was he not accused of a quid pro quo?